The outside back position, as you know, has been quite the revolving door on the national team.
I mean, for years now, right?
How anxious are players to start to get that locked down?
I think we're just ready to lock in the overall, the entire piece, not just certain positions, which some are kind of more up for grabs than others. It's a weird thing because for the national team, in years past, or maybe the whole history, it's typically you have this established team and you kind of fit in little pieces here and there, a little bit of tinkering, whereas this time around it's kind of been like, all right, we're just gonna kind of do the whole thing and try everyone and put people in places and bring people in and start them their first camp. And so I think that some people aren't used to not having that consistency, but I think it'll be in our best interest in the long run, and I think that that cohesion and that consistency is going to come together pretty quickly, which I think everyone will be happy about.
You have obviously become a leader and a veteran player on this team as well. What's been the most rewarding on the leadership side of things?
It's interesting because when I first got on this team, I was looking up to Abby and Shannon Box and even Heather O'Reilly, and it's just, you're looking at these players that you have idolized. Like, I idolized Heather O'Reilly, and she was only 4 or 5 years older than me, but still she was doing these incredible things, and I was just like, oh, wide-eyed. And to know that you have that impact on these younger players coming in, it's pretty cool, but it's also a really big responsibility because there's only a handful of us left that have been here and have kind of seen the different generations go through, and we're responsible for keeping the culture of this team and not letting down you or Abby or Heyo, and passing that down to the younger generations. What's
been the biggest challenge through all of that?
Well, you kind of wake up one morning and you're like, wait a second, where'd everybody go, So I think the biggest challenge is accepting that role, is knowing that that is something you have to do. And I think that for a lot of us, it just comes naturally because I think anyone on this team, you get to this team because you are a leader, you are that type of person and that personality.
When you look back over the course of your career, what are you most proud of?
I like to think I'm most proud of the teammate that I am. Winning big things with a bunch of different people from different backgrounds and different opinions and coming together and being a teammate that is always going to do anything for anyone else on the field, off the field, and just accept my role for what it is and go out and play as hard as I can.